بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Brothers and sisters, today I would like to discuss Suratul Fatihah, the importance of the surah. We will start it with it today. This is my first record from the tafsir of the Quran. So the surah is being mentioned as Suratul Fatihah, meaning the opening of the Quran. Suratul Fatihah, the surah that opens the Quran. Another name was attached to it, that is Sabhul Masani, Sab'u al-Masani, the 7 repeated verses. Sab'ul Masani means the 7 repeated verses, because the surah is repeated in each rakah of the prayer, Fatiha. Prophet Muhammad said, any unit of the prayer exclude Fatiha, the prayer will be rejected, which means any particular unit should be comprised with Fatiha. Without reciting Fatiha, one's prayer will be rejected. So that's why it is named after Sabhul Masani, these 7 verses that is repeat in our prayers. Another name was Ummul Kitab, the mother of the book, Ummul Kitab, because it has comprehensive teaching of the Islam. Suratul Fatihah has the entire Quran is divided into 2. So Suratul Fatihah alone has one part, and the other part is from Baqarah to Nas. So that is Ummul Kitab, the mother of the Quran. We can say the foundation of the Quran. This surah introduced Allah and the author, and as well as Islam to the Muslims. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The word Bismillah has been described as the key to everything in this life. Prophet Muhammad said, kullu zi amalin la yuqarinu bi bismillah wa huwa kidajun. Any kind of work, actions, or anything, being anything that does not have Bismillah will be worthless. Which means Bismillah, there is a merit in Bismillah. When it is mentioned in any actions, that action will have barakah. That's why when we are eating, we say Bismillah. When we sleep, we say Bismillah. When doing any action, say Bismillah. Because with the name of Allah, you will gain success. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman is the most compassionate, the most merciful. That is Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah, the most caring. Ar-Rahman, the most caring to the people, being Muslim or non-Muslim. Allah's compassionate cover all over the entire humanity. So the most compassionate, the most merciful, that is Ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdu is the word praise or thankfulness. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the world. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the universe. In this verse, it tells us that it is only Allah who deserves the worship. Nothing should be worshipped except Allah. Because being the Rabbu of Alameen, the controller, the provider, the sustainer of the world is entitled to be worshipped. He is the maker of the universe. Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Rahim, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Maliki Yawmiddin, the master of the day of judgment. He is the controller who will control the affair of humanity in the day of judgment. He is the master. On the day there will be no master except him, the master of the day of judgment. Maliki Yawmiddin. And Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. This particular verse is very important. To you we worship. Iyyaka na'budu. We only worship you alone. This verse will tell you worship should not be directed to any other than Allah. Iyyaka na'budu. To you we will worship. Na'buduka. Wala na'budu siwaka. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. And we will seek support from you alone. We will seek guidance. Al-isti'ana. To seek aid. Anything from other than Allah. Iyyaka nasta'in. Now, the word guidance after this word is Ihdina sirata al-mustaqim. Guide us to the way, to the straight paths. Guide us to the straight paths. Sirata al-lazina an'amta alayhim. The way of those whom, or the paths of those whom you give guidance. Those who gain your guidance. We ask you to accompany us on their way. That is the earlier prophet and their followers. They were on straight paths. So we, the Ummah, seek guidance of Allah that will lead us to the same guidance given to the Ummah before us. Some people say, Hidina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Sirat is a path in the day of judgment, is a bridge which will be set up over Jahannam. The bridge will be placed on Jahannam, where people will cross from where the judgment occurred to, they will pass over Jahannam and enter Jannah. But for you to know, the only people who will cross on Sirat will be Muslims. No other Muslim will even see Sirat in the day of judgment. Because Allah says, a Prophet Muhammad have said in the hadith that in the day of judgment, when people emerge from their grave, when we rise from the grave, we will be gathered and everybody will be asked to follow whom they worship. Those who worship the sun. The sun will be appear in their front and they will follow the direction of the sun and they will be deceived and be in Jahannam. And those who worship the moon also will follow the direction of the moon and they will be deceived. They will be taken to Jahannam, to the fire. And those who worship at any kind other than Allah will be directed with those being worshipped and they will be in Jahannam. And finally, there will be only Muslims waiting for their Lord. They don't know their Lord. They said, the hadith said, Allah will appear before them and said, what you people are waiting for? They will say, we are waiting for our Creator. Allah will say, I am your Creator. They will say, Subhanallah, we have never associated any partner with Allah. So we seek refuge in Allah alone. They will refuse to accept. But in the second form, Allah will show them in their heart love and kind and acceptance. Allah will show them Himself to people and they will appreciate. They will all fall down in sujood. When you go to Suratul Qalam, يَوْمَ يُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ فَلَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ. when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appear, they will fall down and they will stand again, and the sirat will be brought, placed on Jahannam. They will pass over the sirat and admit to Jannah. In Suratul Maryam, Allah say, in Hadith, Prophet Muhammad say, there is nobody who will not pass over Jahannam in the day of judgment. The Muslims, everybody must pass over Jahannam. But those who deeds, whose good become, who will wage their bad, will pass the sirat without being fallen in sirat, in Jahannam. They will cross it on that day. So going back to the Suratul Fatihah, that sirat is what people are seeking Allah for them to be escaped in the day of judgment when the sirat is placed on the fire. That is the sirat people we are guided through before the people of this ummah. That's why we said Siratal Lazina An'amta Alayhim, the way of those, the paths of those whom you grant success before us, or you guided before this ummah. An'amta Alayhim, those who we are granted guidance before the advent of this ummah, or the coming of this ummah. Those are the ummah of Musa and the ummah of Dawood and the other prophets. They were all guided. So we seek Allah, we seek guidance from Allah through the good deeds we perform, prayer, and we invoke only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Siratal Lazina An'amta Alayhim. We worship Allah alone and seek His sustenance, and also seek His protection from any deviation. Siratal Lazina An'amta Alayhim Ghayril Maghdubi Alayhim Waladdallin. Amin. Do not guide us in the way of those who deserve your anger. That is the people of Jews, the Yahud, because they know the religion, they know Islam, they have seen the similarity in their book. The teaching that is brought by Prophet Muhammad, most of them found in their book. They know the truth. That's why Allah say they deserve the anger. Al-Maghdub alayhim. Waladdallin. Amin. Waladdallin are the Nasara people, the Christians. For them, they are astray based on ignorance. They worship Jesus as Son of God. Malahum min shahid. They don't have any witness. They only worship based on their ignorance. So for them, they stray. They are part of the light, or they are out of the paths, the straight paths. So this surah is Suratul Fatihah. When the word Waladdallin is mentioned, is after by Amin. The word Amin is not a Quranic word. Is a seeking acceptance from Allah. Oh Lord, accept our dua. That is Amin. So from there, right from this surah, you have Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah say, Zalikal kitabu la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin. Allah answer our prayer now. He said, in this book, there is no doubt in it. It is the guidance to those who prevent themselves from any wrong. Muttaqin, the righteous people. This Quran is the guidance to the righteous people. So therefore, hold it fast. Follow the teaching of it and avoid anything that is being forbidden. You'll be guided. That is the answer from Allah. Zalikal kitab. If you take this book, Know that there is nothing wrong, there is no deviation in this book. All of it is from Allah. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Therefore, this is Suratul Fatihah. Suratul Fatihah alone is a miracle. It cures. When it is recited with al-mu'awwazatain, it protects your body, it protects you, and it gets you closer to Allah, and it also reminds us the day of judgment. When you say the master of the day of judgment, immediately you remember the day ahead of you. So this is the surah, the most meritorious surah, or the most important surah in the Quran. This prayer cannot be accepted without mentioning Surah Al-Fatihah, and is the only surah that was revealed to Prophet Muhammad exclusively. Prophet say, I was given a surah in the Quran which has never been given to any ummah before me. That is Surah Al-Fatihah. So therefore, may Allah grant us success. May He attack our soul with Quran, so that we continuously recite the Quran, we pay attention and heed to its verses, and we remember the teaching of the Quran, and may Allah help us to accept and adopt the teaching that was brought by Prophet Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.